Hello, I am Rita Hernandez, founder of the global platform ASPIKA.com. Thank you, Karen, so very much for having me again as part of the World Autism Summit. It's always a pleasure to share my life story and the why ASPIKA with you all. In order for me to explain how ASPIKA was born and the history behind it, I need to take you back. I need to take you back when I was a child in the sixth grade. In the sixth grade, my parents were called into school and were asked to release me from school. I just didn't function in the arena, and my social skills were not all there, and math completely out. My 7 was a 4, my 4 was a 7. And I'm sure you all can relate to what I'm talking about in the community that's listening right now. Now, the story gets happier. During that time, the principal was present, my educators were present, and one of the educators that same evening called my parents and told them that there was a school that would definitely take me with whatever kind of disability I had, and they did, I took on the oboe, one of the most difficult instruments there is. So I took out the oboe. I played the oboe for 6 years. I also danced. I took ballet. I became like this artistic persona that I didn't even recognize myself. Moving on to high school, it became difficult. My social skills were not all there still. However, I was able to make a couple of friends here and there, but I've always been a pretty lonely person, and I like it that way. Graduated, moved on to the university, graduated with a D in math. Wow, a D in math. It was phenomenal. And then moved on to work. And that's when I blossomed. It became, I've had a very blessed life and career, and I'm going to tell you all about it. So you don't lose hope. You don't lose hope with your children. You don't lose hope with all that's going on in the world, because there are opportunities out there for your children and for the young adults that are listening right now. So I started working in media at the age of 18, a very small network in Miami, Florida, which then became a very large network, Telemundo Network. And I'm so proud to say today and to announce to the world that I am one of the founders of Telemundo Network. And that's how a lot of people introduce me nowadays. So for me, that is magical. At the age of 19, I was called into a meeting in the network, and there was a very, very large client that was putting millions into a network. And all these people from the network came into a conference room to discuss what we can do. And I'm talking about producers, marketing and sales, and everyone you can possibly imagine. And of course, me, at that time, I just went into my little world within that conference room, and that was it. However, this gentleman called me out, and he asked me what was going on. And at that point, I resigned. And he actually asked me, listen, next week, I want you to get out with us as a vacation on us and visit these facilities. And that's exactly what I did. And that was life-changing for me. Well, then I moved on, I got married, had my kids, and I have a neurotypical child, and I have a neurodivergent child, just like I. And when Gabriel was graduating from high school, Angelina was still in the 10th grade. And Angelina was receiving all of these invitations from every single university you can possibly imagine. Graduated with 47 credits, international baccalaureate, all the awards you can possibly imagine. However, Gabriel, that is also brilliant in his own way, not a single invitation. So I visited numerous universities to see what we can do then for him, understanding his abilities and disabilities. And I was not able to get him into a university. And I came back home so devastated that day after my 5th meeting with a university. And I said, there's got to be a place that every single parent in the world can come on board and look for a university if they're moving from Spain to the United States or from the United States to Argentina. And that's how ASPIKA was born. ASPIKA was born as an information platform and then moved on to a media outlet. I applied all of the knowledge I've had for the last 40 plus years and applied all that to ASPIKA. Today, ASPIKA is one of a kind platform in the world, and is the only one that supports, promotes, and celebrates for free every single person, every single company, every single corporation, therapists, doctors, and young adults that are graduating for free. A lot of people have asked me, Rita, how do you get all this done? I get all this done because I have a lot of support. I have a lot of support of collaborators from the media industry. I have a lot of friends and a lot of people that want to participate and be part of the ASPIKA luminaries. The ASPIKA luminaries are all of those people that have come through for me whenever I need help. I and my husband, we are the philanthropists that support ASPIKA financially 100%. But there are times that we have huge projects, huge conferences on where we do need the luminaries to come through and help us. So with this, I want you all to reach out. It is important for all of us to communicate globally. I still see a lot of disconnection. I see a lot of disconnection when I travel to Latin America. They don't know about services in England or Australia or even in Asia or the Middle East. And one of the things that ASPIKA has done that has made me so happy, it has connected those dots. We actually have families that live in Peru that have reached out to therapists in Australia. We have had students that have graduated from film, and we have had studios that had picked them up from ASPIKA. It's like having your own credential custom tailor in the platform. One of the things that I've done this year, and it has worked out very well, I have united a lot of different groups. For example, the Hispanic leaders, all these Hispanic leaders that are joining the World Autism Summit, and they're all great friends, and I wish for you all to please meet them. They're phenomenal. Dr. Hernandez, that's one of the top neuroscientists in Spain. Dr. Angel Reverol, he moves the needle in Latin America so much. Venezuelan, Dr. Abraham Ross in Mexico, Alejandra Aceves, Abraham Arenas, Alberto Parron from Spain. All of these Hispanic leaders are very powerful. There's power everywhere in the world. And like them, many other friends in Peru, in Argentina, just so many places. So it's important for all of us as a demographical group to come together. Neurodiversity, la neurodiversidad, has become a demographical group this year. Therefore, there's going to be a lot of brands, corporations, organizations reaching out. A lot of people have mentioned to me, well, Rita, why are we a demographical group? Demographical groups are important. They are important. That's what I do today. I'm a marketer, marketing intelligence. If we don't connect all of the dots things don't come together. The African American, the Black community global, so powerful. I am so thankful to Camille Proctor from The Color of Autism. What she has brought to ASPIKA has been the world from South Africa, from Nigeria, the United States, and all. She's a blessing. What she's doing is just magical. It's a person that I would love for you all to support, because she's doing wonderful things, as well as all of these Hispanic leaders that I just mentioned. It is important for all of us to come together. If we don't come together as one, it's never going to happen. I still see a lot of different unities in LinkedIn and in Instagram. It's important, once again, that we connect to all of these dots. One of the things that ASPIKA is doing nowadays is the ASPIKA Talks. Believe it or not, there's 7-month period, waiting period in the ASPIKA Talks. In the ASPIKA Talks, you're going to find students, corporation, organization, therapists, doctors. And why is that important? The ASPIKA Talks is your journey, your personal journey. You talk about, who is this person? Who is this person? Remember, in marketing is a huge word, but it really isn't. Marketing is all about the emotional connectivity. If you don't have an emotional connectivity, you're not going to sell your brand. For example, if you have a parent that doesn't know about a therapist, but then he listens to this therapist's journey, which we have a lot at ASPIKA. Who is this person? Why is this person taking on this role and telling her story? And then you have parents connecting to these therapists, to these doctors, because it's not just the medicinal end or the therapist end, it's why they are doing what they're doing. So I invite all of you to be part of ASPIKA. We have a commitment, and we will support and promote all of you. All of you to ASPIKA. We will support and promote you 100%, all of your doings, and celebrate you. And remember, ASPIKA is evergreen. Once you're part of the family, you will be part of the family forever. And we will promote you whenever you launch your book, your podcast, and whatever you're launching within the next years. So you will have your own credentials, your own mini profile at ASPIKA. Please support Karen, support all of these wonderful people that are just building. This is a lot of work, just building, creating, and promoting all of these great summits, because it's important for all of us to know that we exist. Para la comunidad hispana que está escuchando, no puedo contar la historia completa. Ojalá que puedan haber comprendido mucho de lo que he hablado. Pero ahora van a venir los leaders hispanos, como todos los que mencioné, el doctor Abraham Ross, el doctor Abraham Arenas, el doctor Hernán Serna, Alejandra Cebes, todas estas grandes, Alberto Fernández Parrón, todos estos grandes leaders hispanos que hacen una gran diferencia en el mundo. Escúchenlos porque tienen muchos recursos, muchos contactos que los van a ayudar muchísimo. Recuerden que no toda terapia es para esta persona. Lo que es bueno para una persona no es bueno para la otra. Eso escúchenlo porque es súper importante y van a encontrar toda la ayuda que es necesaria. Ellos están hablando en el World Autism Summit por la primera vez este fin de semana. Los invito a que también los escuchen, que apoyen a la señora Karen Simmons y a muchos otros que están creando estos grandes eventos alrededor del mundo. Y para todos los jóvenes también, all of the young leaders that are listening, todos los jóvenes leaders que están escuchando, join ASPIKA. Create your credentials at ASPIKA. We will support you 100% with everything that you need. It's like having your credential within the platform. Y a todos los jóvenes que están escuchando, lo voy a decir en español rapidito, sean parte de ASPIKA. ASPIKA les va a crear a ustedes sus perfiles como sus credenciales para que todos estos grandes empleos los puedan encontrar, los puedan ver. Y es maravilloso, es una plataforma maravillosa. Aquí abajo va a haber mucha información, cómo se pueden conectar, que es aspika.com. En aspika.com hay un departamento de info@aspika.com, pero también hay un departamento de compliance, info@aspika.com, y ahí pueden buscar muchísima información. So again, here I go in English. Just log in to aspika.com. Or write to info@aspika.com. In the platform, there's a compliance email, and you can reach out through the compliance as well. And yes, I want all of the young adults, all of the corporations, everyone to reach out because we will support you. There's a lot of people that once they finish a conference with me, they say, Rita, how much is this going to cost me? And I tell them, nothing. You know, that's what ASPIKA is here for, to promote you and support you. So with this, I say my goodbyes. Thank you again, Karen, for having me every year as part of this wonderful summit. I appreciate it very much. You know, I don't like the cameras, but I do it regardless for you. Goodbye. Have fun. Look at everybody. Look at all the conferences. Don't miss it. Join in and spread the news.